Hey everybody, my name is Divik. Welcome to day 17 of our Lent Devotionals. Today I'm going to focus on our New Testament passage. It's Mark 4 1 to 20. And as always, I encourage you guys to go ahead and read it if you haven't already and come back here, okay? So around this time of the passage, Jesus has grown quite a bit of following. So a lot of people have been gathering around to see him speak or hear him speak. And this group of people that have been gathering around, it's been a very diverse group, and they coming from different walks of life. So Jesus speaks to them in parables. Parables are like simple, relatable stories, which holds a larger spiritual truth in them. And here, Jesus is telling the story of the sower. So here, a farmer is trying to sow seeds, and some fell on the path where it was quickly picked up by birds, and some fell on rocks where they had some loose soil in there, so they were able to grow some roots and germinate. However, as soon as the sun came up, they died. Also, some fell among the thorns, and they were able to grow up. However, since they were covered by thorns, they weren't able to grow up to be a tree. And finally, the seeds that fell on soil were able to grow their roots deep and grow up to be a tree and produce fruits. And Jesus said some were able to be 60-fold to 100-fold. And when everybody was gone, all the people were gone, the disciples asked Jesus Christ why he chose to speak to them in parables. And Jesus said, here, they may be ever seeing but never perceiving, and ever hearing but never understanding. Otherwise they might turn and be forgiven. So Jesus knew that among that were gathered, not everybody's actually taken in the spiritual message in these parables. And he started explaining himself. He said, like the seeds that fell on the path, some people can't even take in the message of from God's words, and Satan is constantly distracting them from actually taking in, hearing anything. And like the seed that fell on the rocks, some people are able to take in the story, like when we are on a spiritual high or something like that. But they never actually further look into the meaning behind it, or and try to grow their understanding of God's words. And like this seeds that fell among thorns, some people back down as soon as they actually feel any resistance to God's words. Like it could be upset, like greed, anything like that. They quickly back down from God's words. But as Jesus said, like the seeds that fell on the soil, people who take in God's words and further dive into the true meaning behind these words were able to grow fruits of that word, and those were the people that Jesus actually forgives and be saved by him. Finally, during this Lent season, we need to look into what does it actually mean to be a true fruit bearer of Jesus' words. So rather than just listening to devotionals, we need to make sure that we read the chapters for ourselves. Hearing to someone speak is good, but if you don't read it for yourself and dive deeper into the meaning of Jesus' words for yourself, you won't be able to grow your roots deep and be a strong tree that holds Jesus' faith. And not only that, to be fruit bearers, we need to spread that gospel. We have received the gospel in us, so we are the bearers of the fruit. We need to spread it to our other people. So in this 50 days, it's all good to, not eat something or like that, but see if we can spread Jesus' words, the gospel that's given to us, to someone else's. So it doesn't mean that you need to be an evangelical or anything like that, but see if in your workplace or your school, see if somebody's going to a tough time, see if you can talk to them and feel them the presence of God in you. See if you can pray with them or pray for them, and that actually goes a long way. That we can be 100-fold fruit bearer of Jesus' words. Okay, all right. With that, guys, I hope everybody have a great week, and you guys have a great day. Bye.